My mom is a wonderful cook, and like most wonderful cooks, she doesn't typically use a recipe, which means that all of these amazing childhood dishes I grew up on, I don't know how to make. So I started this project as a way of connecting with my mom and her cooking and learning all of these recipes that I have come to love so much. And I'm excited to share that with you.
So anyway, today we're going to make a version of George's of the Cove Soup in San Diego. This is a very popular, longtime restaurant that has this wildly popular soup. So I've been making this version of it for many, many years. And we are starting with cooking a chicken and making broth. That's the beginning of the soup. Since I'm making a big pot of soup, when I used to make this, I would hand chop everything and it had to be pretty finely diced. And then I thought, what's the point of that? I'll just put it in a food processor and it makes it go so much faster. And I just pulse it. This is the jankiest food processor I've ever used. I went overboard on the carrots, so I have 3 cups, and I'm not even going to show you the stuff over there. Okay, we're showing you the stuff over there. So I was a little exuberant with the carrots. You can see I still have carrots in here. It's okay, you don't have to wipe this thing out. It's just soup. Well, it's perfect. It's a lot easier than just chopping this stuff.
So this soup, you need to do the stalks and the florets.
Yes. So we're going to do them separately. I'm going to cut these up first, and then the florets I'm going to do later. Because these don't need to cook as long in the soup because, the florets, they just, they cook fast, where this stuff takes longer. Anyway, I'm going to be sauteing all of these vegetables that we cut up in butter. Okay, these are the broccoli florets. We're going to pulse. We won't need to pulse this very long because they're florets.
Isn't it florets? Walker, you said flowerets.
Oh. Florets.
No one's gonna believe you're a good cook because you don't know the term for the top of a broccoli.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so we're going to put all this in the soup. Okay, and now I've got the veggies in. Now I'm putting the beans, black beans in there.
What is this?
Oregano.
Dried or?
Dried oregano. I happen to have some fresh thyme growing in the backyard. Usually I use Tabasco or some kind of Mexican hot sauce in this, but Caitlin doesn't have any. So what she uses for just about everything, like a lot of people in Southern California, is sriracha. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this. I'm not sure how much, because a lot of the spices, it depends when you're tasting it, if you will need a little more Worcestershire or salt or pepper or hot sauce. So I'm just going to put a couple squirts in there. Okay, now I'm going to pour some chicken broth in. This needs a lot of chicken broth, and I have some. I'm cooking the chicken on the stove, but I don't think it's going to be enough broth. So I always like to add a couple of, cans of chicken broth. A little salt in.
Okay.
So I'm just going to take the chicken out of the broth. We strain the chicken broth, and now we're pouring it in. Okay, so we're pouring in a little wine. We're going to put in the broccoli florets. So I'm just shredding up the chicken to put into the soup. I'm not going to use the skin. If you have a dog, give it the skin to the dog. George's of the Cove recipe you can find online. You're going to see that it says smoke a chicken. Well, who's going to smoke a chicken, right? So this is a shortcut. You just buy liquid smoke. That's like smoking a chicken. So that will give you the little smoky flavor. So I'm cheating, but it's a heck of a lot. I've never smoked anything in my life, so I'm just using some of this. I've been making it for many years for my Christmas party, probably, wow, at least 16, 17 years. And it's a real crowd pleaser, I can tell you that. I would definitely urge you to make it yourself.